Hello, my name is Hannah Silva and welcome to my second set of book critiques. All of the books in this new set can apply to a wide range of ages, from pre-K to 8th. In this second set of books, I'm focusing closely on the old fairy tale by the Grimm brothers, Rapunzel. Although this book is ages old, there are always new twists that can be discovered. This retelling of Rapunzel is illustrated by Paul O. Zelinsky and won a Caldecott Honor Award. I chose this story because it is one that never grows old and has so many different uses across curriculum, especially for more extracurricular studies like music and art. This fairy tale is about a young girl that is taken when she is a baby and raised in a tower by a jealous woman. Rapunzel grows up in this tower and never experiences the outside world until a young man hears her singing. The couple fall in love but are tragically separated by the old woman and cast in two different directions. However, the story ends on a happy note when the couple finds each other after a year of wandering and live happily ever after. This book is a classic and can be used to teach so many different valuable lessons. My first lesson plan focuses on the realm of mathematics. This is for grade 2. After reading Rapunzel, students will pair up and begin to think, pair, share. Students will then each be given the length of Rapunzel's hair in feet. After this, students will have to transcribe the number of feet in the different units of measurement on paper. The students will translate feet into inches, inches into centimeters, centimeters into millimeters, etc. After the pairs have completed the activity, they will turn in their measurements for credit. My second lesson plan is also for grade 2, but focuses around music. After reading Rapunzel, the students will enter into groups of 4 and begin discussing the role that music played in the book. After this discussion, the teacher will draw the attention back to the front of the room and choose 3 famous classical composers. The teacher will assign a composer to each group of students to conduct some studies on. Each group will follow the link to classicsforkids.com and find their composer. On this website, students will have the options to listen to pieces that made the composer famous, biographies, and many other resources. The students will then log into Popplet to create their own graphic organizers on their composer. After everyone has completed, the students will all spend time looking at their peers' Popplets and doing peer evaluations. In addition to my featured text, I also had the privilege of reading 7 other children's books. The first of which was Zin Zin Zin, a Violin by Lloyd Moss. This book won a Caldecott Honor and is children's poetry for levels pre-K through 2nd. Zin Zin Zin, a Violin is a musical book that walks the reader through a majority of the instruments in an orchestra. The book is illustrated in a colorful and beautiful pattern that will draw the attention of every child. The second book was Radiant Child by Jovaka Steptoe. This book won a Caldecott Honor and is for grades 2 through 5 and is a children's nonfiction book. This historical story about a young artist is filled with colorful and imaginative illustrations that tell the story of a poor child who changed culture. Jean-Michel Basquiat changed the world through his art that takes wing through his unique collage style. This book is enjoyable for any age, and it's also very informative and good for students. The third book, Madeline's Rescue by Ludwig Bemelmans, won a Caldecott Honor, is children's fiction and for levels pre-K through 2nd. This classic story of girls who wear yellow and line up behind Miss Clavel in the middle of France takes a turn when they find a dog on the side of the road and decide to adopt it, but run into some obstacles along the way. The fourth book, The Adventures of Beagle, the Unimaginary Friend, is a book written by Dan Santat and won a Caldecott Honor, is children's fiction, and is for levels 2nd through 4th. This book is the tale of an imaginary creature who is only searching for a friend. In the end, he finds it in an unlikely but adorable young girl who also is searching for a good friend. This book is especially good for younger children who are starting to begin their social interactions. The fifth book, The Lion and the Mouse by Jerry Pinkey, is the winner of a Caldecott Award and is a children's picture book for grades pre-K through first. This classic story is one about how the most unlikely of people can help each other out in a variety of ways, and how one small act of kindness may in turn help another. The sixth book, My Brother's Flying Machine, is by Jane Yolen. This book is children's history and won a Parents' Choice Award. This is for grades 2nd through 8th. This story is an accurate retelling of the Wright brothers' trip into air with the first airplane. The story is a bit of a twist from the usual retelling because of its point of view from their sister. This story is a great one because it is told from an unspoken point of view from another's eyes watching the Wright brothers. The seventh and final book, Helpin' Bugs by Rosemary Lonborg, is a children's fiction book that won the Benjamin Franklin Award for grades pre-K through 2nd. This book is about a young girl who moves to a new neighborhood and is experiencing many changes in her life, but finds a friend in another young boy who just wants to help bugs. This is all. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again for my third book set.